I casually know this couple. A neighborly way. They went to the adoption place to adopt a cute friend. Something soft and sweet, something to love. We want something to love, they said, and I said, besides each other? They said, in addition to. We want something waiting for us by the door. A fan, a witness, this is our wish. By my front door. I have an antique mirror, so I can be my own fan, my own witness. The first puppy didn't work out. The first puppy was sick and needed people with experience. This couple had a lot of experience, but not the right kind. They cried about the first puppy. I made them an interesting blend of tea and stroked their hair until they felt better. The second puppy was as tiny as you can imagine. Whatever you're imagining is correct, perpetually bouncing, like it could blow away any second, just float up in the air like a cute, flying, cartoon sort of creature. She was a dear little friend, and they loved her very much. They let her sleep in their bed, eat out of their bowls, and make messes as long as the messes were on the tile and not the carpet. One thing. This couple was not super perceptive. They were not the kind of people who noticed other people. There was the time I cut my hair and they did not see that the hairs were cut, or the time I was in a car accident and walked on crutches for weeks. After a month, the couple said, "Hey, what's with the crutches?" There was the time I was in love with this couple, both as a couple and as individuals, loved them in a visible way, an embarrassing racing way, for years. Then the feelings expired and I felt relaxed, easy. It is sometimes good to go unnoticed. My point is, when the puppy turned into a human baby, it took them a while to catch on. First, the sounds coming from her puppy mouth were baby sounds. Then the paws on her puppy legs were baby paws, which I guess are just called feet. Maybe it was hours before the couple noticed. Maybe it was a whole afternoon. She had maybe already been a baby for a few days before the couple said, "Oh my God!" Everyone around town was talking. The first thing I personally do in situations like these is make myself mindful of precedent. Consider the frog who turns into the prince and the beast who turns into the prince, and consider all of those princes sprung from the bodies of beasts. Now consider the puppy who turns into a child, and what sort of suburban spell could have put her in such a difficult spot. I volunteered as a babysitter and helped care for her, this very special baby. She was not as bouncy as her former incarnation. She was not a creature who could fly away. In fact, she wouldn't. When describing her, the word that came to mind was responsible. I looked into her eyes and found a steadiness I could relate to. The couple, Michael and Lauren, converted their office into a nursery with an air of okay. This is what we're doing now. They replaced the puppy toys with baby toys, the puppy bed with a baby crib. They replaced the dog park with the playground, and the poop scoop with a closet full of diapers. They transitioned so naturally from puppy to baby that there was no trace of the puppy I once knew, not at all. The puppy things were in garbage bags in the basement, tucked away in a far corner. This is the part of the story where Michael and Lauren started calling themselves the family. I should start calling them that too, but I won't, because of what happened to them next. It was at the restaurant across town, the one that serves pieces of toast topped with fancy foods. They were on a date, and I was watching their child Emily. The woman from the restaurant who called on the phone said it happened during the third course of the meal, the dessert toasts. The couple started bickering, but their bickering turned to barking. Their faces went furry and small. They tried to pick up their slabs of bread, but they had dog paws instead of human paws, which I guess are just called hands. The couple was a couple of hounds, noses sniffing plates of expensive carbohydrates. I strapped Emily to my chest and fetched them from their date. I brought some of the old puppy leashes and leashed them up, walked them home. I brought the rest of the puppy things up from their basement and over to my house. I stroked their fur and made them an interesting blend of dried foods to eat. Since they had missed their dinner, I set the 2 doggy beds near the front door under my antique mirror. I look at myself when I leave for work, adjust my collar, and adjust my skirt, adjust the stroller and adjust the baby tucked in the stroller. I look at my dogs. I look at my family all together. I adjust my face, make sure it looks normal, for I, too, have sprung from unexpected things. Somebody likes it when we're right. Not the guess your age guy, not the guess your weight guy, and certainly not me. The age guy, well, he's never right. Because people are more likely to play along if he guesses they're 10 years younger than they are. He loses bullshit 8-cent prizes made in China, and he keeps taking $1 from every idiot in his line. The weight guy is right more often. He gets away with it because the skinny people are proud of themselves and the fat people are a source of entertainment, no matter what he says. He's right, he's wrong, they're still fat. Then they come around to me. And I'm never wrong. Sometimes I think I can do some good. Whenever I say lung cancer, the person I'm talking to says they'll quit. If I say liver failure, it goes the same way. That one guy I told it would be a plane crash said he'd never fly again, but I don't know if he stuck by it. I also don't know if a plane crashed into his house while he was asleep. But what about the ones I tell it'll be a car accident? What the hell are they supposed to do? When Dad did it, he told people to try to take comfort in heart failure, in knowing how the end will come. It's the one thing in life you can count on, he'd say. And now you'll know its name when it shows up. Isn't that the definition of comfort, familiarity? Dad didn't do it at the carnival. Dad had a real job. He'd do it for friends and family. He'd do it a year before it happened, or 20. He was right about everybody, including himself, pancreatic cancer. After he was gone, I saw that he was right about his sister, his best friend, and our dog. That's how I know I am never wrong. I don't know how we count as fun, us guessers. It isn't a game. There's no clown to shoot with a water pistol, and there's no ring to toss. The prizes are shitty, and the truth is nobody's friend. And tonight smells like candy corn and puke. And this town is like every other Patricia, 48, 287 pounds, will die of complications from an amputated foot. She leaves with her face in a twist and goes straight to the cotton candy man. I never know when, but I suspect for her that it will be soon. William, 36, 215 pounds, will die in an industrial accident involving molten metal. His face when I say that to him. Jesus Alexis, 23, 117 pounds, will die of an autoimmune disorder. Does not seem surprised. Ethan, 14, 98 pounds, will drown. God, I hate it when kids walk in here, on and on, every night, their dazed faces all blurring into one except. The carnival is heading south as the summer ends. We're chasing the heat and barreling toward our stopping point in Galveston. I'm working a cruise ship when we get there. The age guy changed his accent to sound Southern as soon as we hit the Mason-Dixon line. The weight guy is gearing up for Southern women who don't ever want to play at all, and most certainly don't want to hear the truth when they're made to. And I can't do accents and I can't lie, so the last few weeks on the road have been real weird for me. Ever since Tulsa, I'm stuck. Sharon, 56, 186 pounds, will die of thirst. Caleb, 21, 125 pounds, will die of thirst. Evan, 28, 146 pounds, will die of thirst. My line dries up right away. They think I'm being an asshole. I can feel sweat collecting in the small of my back and rolling down. The night is way too warm. My mouth feels sticky like cotton candy. Oklahoma City, and it's midnight and still above 90 degrees. Lava, 39, 159 pounds, thirsty. Jacob, 47, 180 pounds, thirsty. Bobby, 541 pounds, thirsty. This crowd is drunker, and thinks I'm joking. They drink more. They suggest I drink more. I am beginning to think we should drink all there is while we still can. Galveston is where I figure it out. I haven't kept up with the news while we've been on the road, and when I get it, it's almost too hysterical to figure out. All the papers are saying the same thing. The bill is coming due. We've been putting off doing something about this for years, and now it's too late. I look up at the seagulls at the marina, and I know what they'll all die of. Thirst. I never made it to the cruise ship. Some asshole sees me doing my act at our last stop, and he finds me. Tells me he's too smart to die of thirst, and he's right. He says he knows what I am. He says I need to come with him, and he says a number that makes up my mind for me. I've been on this ship now for 6 months, and I don't think I'll ever get off it. They have some of the best dew collecting and condensing machines in the world. The ship is comfortable. The food is fresh. There are hydroponics on board, and they know what they're doing. But I never see them. The man who brought me here keeps me locked up in my room and visits me once a day. He won't let anyone else in here. He says I'm his surety against the inevitable end. Knowing might be a comfort, but it isn't a surety. And there still might be time to change this. But I know what I know, and I and everyone on this ship will die of a gunshot wound soon. The man who brought me here is named Christopher. He's about 45, and I'd say $130 soaking wet. And he's going to die after drinking a poison that is neither as painless nor as quick as he was told it would be. I am never wrong.